I 31F want to leave my husband 31 meters but scared I'm overreacting. My husband and I have been together for 3 years, married for 2 and no kids. We love each other immensely, but our relationship has been tough. I am the breadwinner and make considerably more than him. I am paid monthly and handle all our finances, savings, rent, utilities, and he gets paid weekly and pays the grocery. We used to split rent equally, $225 each, but he complained that his check wasn't enough to last him the week, so we changed it to me paying everything. I maintain the house, cleaning, laundry, and even now the lawns, because I get tired of asking him to do it. My husband has a habit of ruining everything good that happens in our lives. He makes little to no effort in our marriage, but yet I go above and beyond for us. I plan all our vacations, and instead of being appreciative, he'll find something to be mad about and completely ruin the trip. This happens with almost everything in our life. Our wedding day, buying our first home, etc. Everything is done by me, and all I ever want from him is to be thankful, but all I get is someone who is ungrateful. I feel so resentful. I've only ever been with him, so have no experience with relationships. He makes me feel like I am overreacting, but I don't think I am. I've tried to end it, but he just cries and says he'll change and out more effort, but then he never does. I feel so trapped and overwhelmed. I know what to do, but just can't bring myself to leave. Update. Wow, didn't know I would get so many responses. Thanks everyone. Still going through them all, but wanted to clear some things up. 1. We don't live in the US. In our country we pay rent weekly, $450, which we were splitting. 2. I WFH full-time and husband is in warehousing. I do all of the housework because my job isn't demanding, so I have a lot of free time during the day. A big reason of why I think I'm overreacting is because of this. I feel like because I don't have a physically demanding job that I should be taking care of the house. 3. My husband has a lot of childhood trauma. His mom isn't the loving type and was abusive to him and siblings. In his culture, the females do everything and the males never lift a finger, so he's been like this his whole life, and it's all he knows. He isn't close to any of his siblings or have any friends, so I'm all that he has, and I worry about his mental state if I did leave. He's told me the reason he can't be happy for us is because he feels guilty that he's doing it before his siblings, e.g. buying a house, getting married, traveling the world, etc. He's the youngest. 3. I've never really cared about money and funding everything. For me, all I wanted in return was someone who appreciates what I do. Where we live, you need to be separated for 2 years before filing for divorce. It's okay to break up with him. You are unhappy and he's making no effort to do anything differently. He can cry and be upset. It really would suck to lose your main source of income and your bangmate. Get a lawyer and work out a plan. Leave. When someone repeatedly shows you who they are, believe them. Don't live a whole life regretting being with the wrong person. Of course he's going to cry and beg for you to not leave him. You leaving kisses his gravy train goodbye. You need to be saying goodbye once you secure your personal finances. My first husband did this exact same thing. No matter what it was, he'd throw some kind of fit and ruin the day. I paid for everything and he blew his money. And when I'd get mad and leave, he'd beg for me to come back. Until I got pregnant. And the day I was supposed to get induced to have the baby, he didn't want to get up that early and insisted I call the hospital and tell them I'd be in about 10 a.m. And when I said I'd have my dad take, he knew I better not tell my dad that was going on, so he took me but screamed and bitched the whole way, then refused to valet park my car and dropped me off in the front. Went and parked the car and slept in it for hours. Needless to say, he wasn't welcomed onto the maternity floor when he did try to come in. We were divorced very soon after that. People like that don't change. Why are you with him? He sounds like a leech and he doesn't sound nice at all. You don't have a husband, you have a dependent. Is he going to change? He could, but he's going to manipulate you at every attempt with his crying. So instead of approaching him, get a lawyer. See what your options are. Work out a plan and then serve him with divorce papers if that's what you decide. Stop trying to fix something that he doesn't think is broken. You're just going to resent him more and more. He wants to have no responsibility, but he wants to guilt you about every decision you make, so your self-confidence is low and you won't leave him. He isn't a partner at this point, just a roommate that insults you and doesn't pay rent. Get rid of him. My husband makes a habit of ruining everything. You answered yourself. P.S. Why the hell were you attracted to this asshole? Stop paying and get your own place, you're doing the work anyway. He's lazy AF and I really want to hear his excuse for being a lazy and entitled mooch. You married a man, baby. Why on earth would you stay with this waster? Sounds like he's using you. I would leave. We're only getting one side of this story, but if all that is true, then no, you're not overreacting. Dude married a legend and acts like she should be grateful to drag his sorry ass around. Leave him before you start hating him. Absolutely nothing in your post backs up your claim that you love each other immensely. Quite the opposite, in fact. You are not overreacting. I know what to do but just can't bring myself to leave. Why? Sounds like you need to take the trash out permanently. You say you have no kids, but you really have one. Either keep raising him or drop him. Don't get pregnant, whatever you do. Leave.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.